And to kind of celebrate the partnership, LA28 reached out to my company, even though I don't interact with them as much, or maybe that's the secret to improving your relationship with parents. And I really do like the aesthetics of my color pencil drawing, so I'm gonna try and mimic that, but with it. Finally, the board was finished, or so I thought. I just got this skateboard in the mail. Deadline for the design is June 12th, which is coming up really soon. Today's Memorial Day. And so I have to really hurry up and get through it. This is like my 8th year living in Arizona. And I used to say things like, ooh, at least it's dry heat. I don't agree with that anymore. I think for humans to be happy, you need a little bit of humidity in life. Your skin's so much happier, your hair's so much happier. 태형 사고. Honestly, Arizona's been really good to me. This is a state where I basically learned to be an adult. Started my first job here, did a lot of soul searching, spent basically majority of my 20s, because I moved here in 2017 and I was 22 at the time. I had a pretty rough relationship with my mother. Obviously, being that I am about to turn 30 in just a couple of weeks, I've repaired that relationship with both my parents, so now I'm like a lot happier with them, even though I don't interact with them as much, or maybe that's the secret to improving your relationship with parents. With all of that, I was still like finally learning how to be by myself, make my own plans, be independent. I became more confident as a woman. And honestly, like during the first 2 years of me living in Arizona, I learned that a lot of my depression came from like toxic family relationships. When I came to Arizona, my depression got so much better. Like there were so many days when I was living in LA where I would like go out, hang out with my friends, have like an amazing time with my friends, right? Like I'm going out, having fun. And then I'll come home and all of a sudden this like wave of sadness will hit me, because like all of those like partying and going out and having fun, like that was just like a way to distract myself. So anytime I came home, I would just break down and start crying. Not a very pleasant experience. I wasn't really interested in anything. I really struggled with my community college education because I just simply couldn't find any motivation to do that. And somehow I got just enough grades to transfer to ASU, which is what initially brought me to Arizona. Like while going through this burnout, I realized like I don't want to do this anymore. I kind of want like an office job, but I still wanted to do something creative. Like, so this is like after about a year of me doing real estate related stuff after college. And I was just like, dude, there's a reason I went to art school. Like I like being creative. So I literally went on Google and typed in like creative job that pays a lot of money. And the first thing that popped up was UX design. And so I pivoted and now I'm a product designer. all of that growth happened in Arizona. Like I moved in with my now fiance for the first time ever. Like I'd never done this with any other previous relationships. So that was like a new thing that I had to navigate in my late 20s. So like 28, 29, like 27, 28, 29, I was kind of like, okay, like how do I balance this like new kind of lifestyle? So that was like interesting. There was definitely like a period of adjustment. But yeah, going back to this board, I'll kind of give you a rundown of what this project is. My company right now, where I'm working as a product designer, they are partnering up with LA28. And to kind of celebrate the partnership, LA28 reached out to my company to be like, hey, one of your designers should submit a design to go on the skateboard deck they're gonna have in their hallway at the LA28 office. So they kind of did like a little voting session. They like announced it to the design team, like, hey, like submit your design by this deadline and we're gonna vote on it. And my design got voted, and now I'm working on painting this deck. And it's due by June 12th. Today's Memorial Day, Monday, May 26th. So I don't have too much time. I kind of procrastinated a little bit, but they also like literally just sent me this deck like last Wednesday, and my sister's family was over, so I'm just now finding the time to work on it. I did a lot of like color pencil drawings at the beginning of last year, and I really do like the aesthetics of my color pencil drawing. So I'm gonna try and mimic that, but with acrylic. I'm actually gonna try on like a small size wooden canvas first.
Good. Oh. Yeah, one is total different. From both this one is in the top.
This one?
Yes.
It's 1:15 p.m. I actually just got back from the office. I brought my dogs with me today thinking it was going to be a long day, but like I got done with the design piece I had to finish like super early this morning, and all of my afternoon meetings kind of got canceled back to back, so I decided why not use this time to put a little dent in the skateboard art progress, because I unfortunately have been slacking a little. What's new here? Okay, so I'm finally getting to work. The sketch I submitted for voting was absolutely bare bones, so I actually had to do a lot of work to refine the sketches and get the approval from the LA28 team. They actually had a few specific requests. So in my initial sketch, I had a few like sprinkles of humans scattered throughout the landscape, and LA20 team actually designated 5 actual Olympic sports to include, and my company also wanted to include the company logo on top that's visible from at least 7 feet. Once I got the sketch approved, it was time to get to painting. I'm not the type of painter who has a detailed sketch all figured out. I'm more of a go with the flow and problem solve as you go on canvas type of person, so it was actually stressing me a little bit. The sketch that I submitted and also the approved sketch was still very rough to many standards. So I actually had to figure out a lot of it while painting on the board. That meant I painted over multiple areas throughout the whole process, changed colors like 20 times, and I basically sweat through the whole process. I was also really trying to bring over my colored pencil drawings and their aesthetics, and I've never tried doing this in acrylic, so that was another layer of stress that I brought onto myself. I probably spent like 3 to 5 hours daily after work every day for about 10 days straight. And finally, the board was finished. Or so I thought. So I was talking to my VP throughout the whole process to send her updates. And when I was about 90% done, she asked if I wanted to see the skateboard wall at the LA28 office, to which I said yes, of course. But when I saw the picture, I noticed a big problem. Did you catch it? Yep, I painted on the wrong side of the board. So after a lot of back and forth and a lot of headache, the final verdict was that they liked the hand-painted aspect of it. My board was actually the only one on the wall that was hand-painted, and they wanted me to get the backside painted again. Not the type of news I was looking forward to or was expecting to hear at the end of all of this. I also had a graduation to attend, and overall there were a couple other big things in my life that were happening that month, and I was really in a pinch for time. But I agreed with them. I really felt like a photocopy of this design on the board will just simply not do it justice. I had to do the right thing, so I got to painting the backside again. The second painting actually went so much more smoothly than the first one. What took me so long to complete the first time around only took me 1 week of focus. I felt more confident with acrylic paint this time, and I made less mistakes along the way. I adjusted some colors slightly to make sure the colors were more saturated and closer to what I had envisioned the first time. And this board is basically almost done. I have just the last like 10% of work that needs to get done. So you see this spotlight or like this streak of light that goes through in the sky. I just want to add like a few more that overlaps. So any like the parts that overlap will be like a little bit lighter. I'll probably post like the final photo in like a community tab or something. I still need to figure out how that works. But yeah, overall, this is the front side, and on the flip side, this is the second piece that I had to work, and this is basically the piece that's gonna go on the skateboard wall. People will be seeing this one, so this part is lost for good. I just wanted to give you a quick update on how things have been for me and why I have been so quiet on YouTube. I have been MIA on YouTube for a while, basically since February, I believe. And honestly, it's a little bit embarrassing to admit, but I had a friend make a comment about how sucky my videos were, basically, and he was joking and he didn't mean any harm necessarily. It was like a casual talk, and he was like, oh yeah, haha, like your videos aren't that good. And I thought it was like pretty funny at the time, because I agree, like they're not like super well done. I'm still figuring a lot of things out, but I was also like very good at telling myself and reminding myself like, hey, everyone's got to start somewhere. And so what I'm trying to do is establish good habit and get used to posting, and also with each upload, just do something 1% better than your previous video. But I think subconsciously that comment kind of got to my head. If I think about the persona or like the target audience or type of people who would actually consume this type of content and like who are crafty and creative, he's not really like in that bucket of people. And I'm starting to understand why a lot of the YouTube gurus tell new YouTubers to not share your channel with your friends and family. It was really just this one comment, and it was meant not to do any harm, but it did. But it was also another comment, like an actual comment on YouTube from a complete stranger, that made me kind of like put some senses back into me and made me come back. It was actually very recently, this one person commented how they just discovered my channel and they were wondering where my next videos or when my next videos are gonna come out, and it kind of reminded me like why I started posting on YouTube in the first place. I wanted to find my people, my community of people who just get it, and maybe they're not the people that are in my immediate circle, and that's okay. That's the whole point. So I just wanted to tell you all, if you're still here and if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for showing support. If you're liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos, all of those things as a small creator really mean so much. They can really make or break your day, or months in my case. So I just wanted to give you a little update on that. This skateboard project has been really rewarding and really fun, and honestly, having a deadline and having like a high stake of people checking in on your progress, and they're like, wait, there's like certain deadline and there's certain expectation, that really made me push myself in ways that I probably wouldn't have if it was just a personal project. So that's been really fun, exploring that. I've been exploring acrylic paint as a medium for like a lot more recently, but I still had my reservations about the medium. But after this skateboard paint, I genuinely really enjoyed the medium, and I also feel like the type of design that I created also fit the medium acrylic paint really well. So I kind of want to do like a mini series. I'm thinking in my head about picking like certain landscape. For example, this skateboard, I took inspiration from California landscape. So there's the beach, there's the mountains, there's canyons that also doubled as a skateboard park in my design. And the beautiful sunset. And I kind of want to do something with Arizona as well. This is currently my home state, and I wanted to do like a second design with like cacti and all the like mesa and the, you know, the red rocks and all those like landscape, just stuff that represent Arizona in a design. So I'll keep you guys all posted obviously on that front. I feel like every video I talk about some like new project that I want to start, which is wild. Please don't judge me. I have a million different ideas in a limited amount of time, and I'm sure you'll understand. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little chit chat at the end before wrapping up the video. YouTube thinks you might really like this next video, so check that out, and I will see you there.